Well, Chinese automakers quickly becoming major players in the European EV space. Could they soon be making a push for U.S. expansion as well? Phil Lebeau joins us live from London with more. Morning, Phil.
Good morning, or good afternoon if you're here in London, Melissa. You know, when you look at the EV space, a lot of people say, well, why is Tesla #1 worldwide? And take a look at the leading EV automakers in the first quarter. Why is Tesla ahead of BYD? Not only because of China, the U.S., as well as Europe. It's strong in all three of the major markets. But here in the U.K., as well as other parts of Europe, you are starting to notice a change. You are starting to see more Chinese automakers coming into the market. MG is owned by a Chinese company. Then you've got Polestar, owned by Volvo, owned by Geely. And you've got BYD starting to sell vehicles here. In fact, Chinese EV sales in Europe up 78% year over year. So as you take a look at shares of Tesla, the question becomes, how much of a threat is the sale of Chinese electric vehicles here in Europe to Tesla? A lot of people think it's a pretty strong threat because they are coming in with high quality, lower cost options when it comes to electric vehicles. And for Tesla, it does have the Model 3 and the Model Y, which can compete in that market. But that's why you hear the discussion of should there be a Model 2 at some point in the future so it can be more effective competing against the Chinese, not only in China, but also here in Europe. It is something to watch, guys. This EV battle over here in Europe, you notice the Chinese vehicles a lot more than you did, let's say, 5 years ago. They're already up to 8% market share in the electric vehicle market, and that's expected to grow over the next several years.
Phil, price points, in terms of where are they coming in? At the low end, I assume?
Yep, at the low end. And they're decent quality, David. There was a time, if you said to somebody, are you interested in a Chinese vehicle, let's say 5, 6 years ago, people would have rolled their eyes and would have said, are you really going to get something as good as what you could get from a European automaker or from Tesla for that sake? What you have now are vehicles that some will say they're not at the same quality as maybe the Europeans or Tesla, but the gap has closed considerably. And that's why they're getting so much attention, especially for buyers looking for a lower priced option.